share with you an experiment that we ran uh, for a lead gen client that we have. What they tend to do is they try and grab as many visitors as possible who might be looking for a home for a parent, a grandparent, otherwise, and try and actually find them the best deal possible, close to them, and all that kind of stuff. All we really did on this lead form is add example text. This is it. Um, this experiment didn't really take a whole lot of time to develop either, and we had set precedent before with another test. I don't know if folks had been around for this test a few months ago that we ran it on another part of their site, so you might have unfair advantage in guessing which is the winner here. But yeah, really, these were the only changes that we found, and our primary metric that we were looking at was an actual lead, a referred lead. Any questions?
I guess this is just domestic, right? Like just US.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. And sorry, confirm for me device on this one.
Both.
Okay. And
Yeah.
is one any more traffic than the other?
It was great across
Okay.
both. Yeah.
Can I ask an odd question? Because of this brand, do we have any clear information on what gender users are coming in on? Because you're using a male name as the placeholder text, and for whatever reason, to me, it seems like this brand would get predominantly female users.
That's a really great question. No, our personas seem to be relatively split. And I think the reason for that is because there's a long lead form that kind of follows up to this last lead form, but it asks a series of questions like, are you looking for spouse, parent, or etc. So there's not really any way to kind of identify that, but that's a really great question. It's a great test idea.
So in the actual UX, if someone clicked in the variation, will those placeholders disappear, or do they have to backspace them out?
They disappear, yeah.
I'm saying V1 just because I personally like it when I have the example for phone number especially. And I can imagine that it's helpful for a lot of people. So any other people want to speak up about why they're choosing the variation they're choosing?
Well, there's part of this that I think visually I'm just more drawn to it, but I also think that having the information pre-populated there it kind of gives you something to do. Like, okay, if I start typing my name, I know that this will turn black and I'll get rid of this. Maybe there's a little bit more urgency there as opposed to just having everything left blank.
Okay, great. I think we can all vote. So control is going to be thumbs down and V1 will be thumbs up. Well, it looks like everyone is voting for V1, and I am so pleased to say that you are correct. This was an emphatic win. We had a 19% lift to leads. It was directionally, it was a directional stat sig, so it didn't reach full stat sig. But this really down funnel metric, we typically don't see that, but we went ahead and soft coded this. A quick tidbit with this is we actually found like a quarter of the visitors were clicking to your options. This doesn't do anything. So talk about a great follow-up test and color play here too. This is a really interesting test. So it kind of got almost 2 wins out of it, which was great.
Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to have more test ideas sent directly to your inbox.